Hey guys, good evening to all of you. So there are a lot of you who are quite excited. Meghna, Nagendra, Prakash, Rahul, awesome guys. Anshu, great. So it's great to see you again. Okay. So before I start, just let me know if you have any problem. Like I know yesterday class was cancelled. It was some like I had to go somewhere urgently. Okay, that is why. Else the first class. So do you have any problems that you found like that need to be taught from the first class? Okay, let me know that, and then we can start with that problem discussion and slowly with the course. Okay. Today, what are we going to make? We are going to make a dice game, and you will see how nice it is. Like two players will be like several players. You can say 4 to 5 players will be playing a dice game, and then we'll see who wins the game. Okay, so no one has no problem, and that's really great. Okay, so again, I am on 2 different computers. So just a second, let me arrange the things. Okay, 1 second, guys. So just arranging few things. On that is my second computer, and this is my first computer. Okay, perfect, awesome. So let me share my screen now. Give me a second. Okay. Sir, I like your home so much. Please tell me the price of home. I'll buy your home. Rahul. Share screen one. Where is my button? Sorry, my camera is in the place, so I cannot. Okay, now I think you can see my screen, right? Let me know once you are able to see my screen. I missed the first lecture. Okay, don't worry. You will still be able to understand it. Okay, any other comments? No, great. Okay, guys. So for this game, let me tell you how this game will work. Okay. So first, let me show you a working model of this game. Okay. So I made it for someone else. So it is here. 1 second. Open. Yes. So let me tell you the working model. Then we'll work on this. Okay, great. Let it open. It's dancing currently. Microsoft Edge. Now you'll say, why do I use Microsoft Edge? Because I like it. Okay. So great. So just showing you the working model for that game. Okay, how this game will work out. So and what are the things that we'll be learning throughout this project. Let's call this. Open this. So does the live need internet access? What? All the time? Of course, Tanvi. How can a live work without internet? Okay. So now let's focus on the this design. Okay. Oh, live server. Okay, okay. God, that is why I was confused. No, live server does not need internet at all. Okay. Okay. Click on run. What happened to my run button? Just a second, guys. My run button has a problem. Mm, that's amazing. For some reason, I cannot click on the run button. So what will I do? I'll just copy the code and put it somewhere else. Okay, so I can show you. This website is creating some issues. One compiler. We have a lot of websites, online compilers, right? So first, I just want to show you what we'll make. Then we'll start making it. Let's choose HTML because HTML has all the 3 options on this website. So I don't want his piece of code. I want my code that I've done here. So this is the design. We'll do everything from the scratch. Don't worry. I'm just showing you. So you'll be like, okay, great. This is HTML things we have done. Okay. Now let me bring the JavaScript here. Copy it and paste it here. So let's go to JavaScript and let's paste it. Okay. Now let me make it full screen. So your screen is completely not visible. Okay. Properly, sorry. I mean to say then what to do because it's zoomed kind of thing. So you'll see the output. 1 second. Let me show you. Let me run it. Don't focus on the code as of now because we'll do it. And so 1 second. Okay. Okay. What happened? This is a script. Okay. What basically happened? Run. For some reason, it's not showing my output. That is why I'm trying to get it. What basically happened? This is the head. This is the head. This is my body. And this is my body. And this is the HTML. That is the problem with online compilers. Quality change. Okay, see, if the size of the screen is problem, I can change it. Like, or try to increase the quality maybe. Link for CSS and HTML. Yeah, that is there already. Anyway, let's leave the online compilers then. I don't know. But, okay, this is finally working. Okay, finally. Awesome. Okay, see, this is your game. So I have taken 5 different persons. So you can take any number of persons. I have written their name. So of course, you can change the name. Now these are the players who are interested in dice playing. Like dice means you all know Sakuni Mama, right? From Mahabharata. Okay, a kind of that kind of game. Okay, so everyone can roll the dice. So once you roll the dice, basically what currently, like see, this end button is what is it, disabled. Okay, because you cannot end the game until everyone has played it, right? So now let's suppose Biplab is there. So Biplab want to roll the dice. So he got 6 and his button got disabled because every person can roll the dice only once. Similarly, everyone rolled it. Now here clearly Biplab is the winner. So when you click on end button, winner is Biplab. Similarly, there can be multiple winners. Not only like several person can get the highest value. Then we'll get all the person who has won the game. Okay. So you are using VS Code? Yes, I'll be using VS Code. I was just showing you the game. Okay, that's all. I made it on some online compilers. Repel it. So just I want to show you. Got it, guys? Any confusion with the game part? Yes, no? Then we can start. Okay. Awesome. Why are you not using VS Code? I am going to use VS Code. I was just showing you the game. Like this is how your game will look. Where is my VS Code? Here. Okay. It's opening up, guys. VS Code. So what you taught yesterday? I missed yesterday. Yesterday class we did some kind of game like this, a very basic introduction. Okay. We will continue from there. So you'll mostly understand. Don't worry about that. Okay. Awesome, Vijay. Git not found, install Git or configured using .git path later. Later, not interested. Not interested. I think Visual Code Studio got updated. And also my Mac OS got updated today. So it's okay. The file, open folder. Let's go to my teaching folder. So we made a DOM session, right? Let's create a new folder. Let's call it session 2. Perfect. Create it. Open. Awesome, guys. Please engage. Okay. Screen is, if screen is not visible, screen is, sir, the screen is somewhat blurred. Okay. Also, let me know like is my screen is clearly visible. So increase your screen quality. Screen quality. I cannot increase the quality. No, it's up to you. Your control. You can increase the quality, right? So let me know someone if it is clearly visible. Let me give it a name. It's clear. Awesome. Index dot html. Awesome. Okay, guys. Visible. Awesome. So, guys, let's start with the HTML thing. So I'm just removing the meta. Okay, and let's write dice game. Sakuni Mama, if you remember it. Sakuni. You can even cheat in the game, like since you are coding it. Awesome. Great, guys. So now let's have a body kind of thing. So in the body, we'll start writing our HTML. Guys, you can't. Yes, you can continue in the same folder, Tanvi, but like since every session is there, so every day code I'll push it, no, so you can find it separately. That is why I have done it. But you can do it in the same folder. Okay, make a new file. Okay, and then do it. Make a new HTML file. Okay, let's start. So we need a design like that, like I showed you. So what all things my design had? My design had an input. Okay. Okay. Let's give the name of the input like person1, label kind of thing. So this is the person1 input is there. Okay. For the person1, I want a button for him. Sorry, wrong spelling. What is happening to my spelling? Only button. Let's give it a button. Roll the dice. Awesome. Right. Now, see. So what all things we had in the game? Like when the person can write his name in this input box. Let's give a value. So I want 5 names from the inbox. Let me know who all want to be here. 5 names. The first 5 I'll write. The first 5 message you have to just say me that I want to be here in this person names. Okay. So the first 5. The syntax is wrong for what? Harsh, can you tell me? Okay. Title syntax. Oh, thank you. Awesome. Me. Kruto has said me. So let's give him a value to Kruto. Kruto. Okay. Awesome. Chandu. It's me or Chandu. Which Chandu are you? Okay. And what is the third thing that I want? The third thing that I want, I can have a span tag. What is a span tag basically? It is an inline CSS, so it will not change the line, right? Okay. The second one I got is Yogita. Okay. So let's give it a span tag of. I want to keep it empty. I'll just give it a like class name, or let's give it a spam only. Not a problem. The point is, this is a place where I'll show the result. Okay. Awesome. Yogita. Okay. Just keep it there. Top 5 I'll take. Just I want to show you the design first. Open with live server. It came into my first screen. I will bring it here in the second screen. Okay, so name, roll the dice, and in the result is there label, and then here will display the result whenever he clicks on this button. Okay, awesome. So now let me close this. 1 second. I always keep the things on the left side. What a rat was sitting behind me. I was like, what is he doing? Okay, so I want for 5%, no? So let's copy it 5 times. The same code. But the problem is, like, see, all the tags that I've used here are inline, right? So inline does not change the line on its own. So what I'm doing, I'm adding a BR here. You know, BR changes the line. One BR changes one line. I'm adding 2 BR just to make the design a little better. Okay, and copying it 5 times for 5 different persons. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have a look at our design. Person 1, person. So let's make it 5 persons, different names. This is okay. So person 1, who want to be the person 2, who messaged me the second time? It was Chandu. So Chandu. The third was Yogita. Guys, who is the fourth one? Vijay. Let be me the fifth. Okay, awesome. So we have five things already. So person 1, person 2. Let's make person 3 also. Harsh, you're late. Sorry. Next time. Okay. Person 3, person 4, person 5. Okay. All 5 persons are here. Perfect. Okay, I need a little space. This will look good. So person 1 little space, person 2, person 3, person 4, and person 5. Perfect. So all 5 persons are there. Awesome. My real name is Abhishek. Okay. No, let's go with your fake name because my name is also Abhishek. Okay. Is on attendance sites. Okay. Make sure you type the correct URL. Okay. 404 basically means the URL is not found or the URL is wrong basically. Okay. This is what is the meaning of 404. Okay, guys. So now what I need to do, when I click on this, okay, then the results should be present here. Okay. So now, okay, sir, what is span doing? Can you elaborate? Yes. So span thing, just imagine it like a paragraph. For now, let's take it like a paragraph. Okay. So now, so in this paragraph text, I have kept it empty. So I have kept it empty. So what will happen whenever you write a result? Okay, this is on person 2. Okay, remember it. So what I'll do, I'll write the result here. Like if he clicks on the roll the dice, he will get 4, 5, or 6. So that I'll write it here because I've kept the paragraph empty. The problem with the paragraph is a block level elements, right? So it is automatically adding a line change to you that I don't want. Okay, that is why I added a span. It's an inline element, so it will not change the line by default. Okay, awesome. What is the JS? Good though. It is for changing HTML using J. J for? I didn't get you that line. Anyway, let's continue. So now what I want to do, I want to access all the persons so that whenever I need, I can take their names, right? So let's come to our, you can write in a different page. For us, let's write in the same page as of now. So how to write, we write using the script tag. Step number 1, I want to access these persons, 5 persons, their name I want to access it. So these inputs I want to access it. So let's give them a name person. So document dot query selector all. Now, why am I using query selector all? Can anyone tell me? Yesterday, we used query selector. Today, I'm using query selector all. I told you the difference. Okay. Matlab, yeah, Kuruto, you can say that. But any tag, if you use a paragraph tag or H1 tag, you can change it from JavaScript. Especially span tag, I have used the reason for it. I could have used a paragraph tag here. I could have used a H1 tag here. Okay. Oh, 1 second, guys. Something happened to my camera, I guess. One second. Wait. Awesome, I'm back. Great. Awesome, Kurto. Okay, that's great. The query selector all. So what I want to select, this person is from the input, no? This input contains the information of all the persons, right? Value, 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 right? So here I'll be selecting the inputs. So you want to check it, right click here, come to inspect, go to console. Let me know if you can see the console or not. Okay. Okay, so what is here? Person is here. So let's type person. This will give you all the 5 persons. You can see you are getting this first person, see the highlight. Second person Chandu, third person Yogita, fourth person Vijay, fifth person Abhishek. So all persons you are getting. Right? Awesome. Great. Okay, so this is okay. Awesome. So now what we want, the second thing? The second thing we want is this person is there, no? Button. I want to access all the buttons. Like awesome. Button. Tab. Sorry. Oh, sorry, I did not complete the design. No? We should have a final button to end the game, right? So let's also create a button to end the game. Button. Let's give this button an ID of end game. Okay. Okay. So let's give it a text also end game. Perfect. And also I'm creating an empty division. Okay. Why? Just to display our final message who has won the game. Okay. So let's give it an ID as win message. Okay. Perfect. Great, great. Any confusion at this point? Let me know. So now, since I have accessed the persons, okay, now what is the next thing? I want to access the button. Remember, now there are two types of buttons in my game. Avengers Endgame, nice name. Okay. So two types of button. One is the roll the dice button, other is end game button. So all the roll the dice button will do the same kind of work. How can we clear the doubts after the class? I'll tell you a way, Apurv, at exactly at after 6 minutes. Okay, so these roll the dice button will work like the same way, right? What about this end game button? This will work in a different way, right? So I just want to access all the buttons which want to roll the dice. Okay, but if I just access with the button name, all the buttons will be like if I write like here, document dot query selector all button. What will happen? This will access all the buttons, right? So if you write here button, this is accessing all the 6 button, even the end game one. This is what I don't want to access it. So what can you do? So what will I do? I'll give all these button a specific class name. Let's give a class name, like let's give it a class name like dice. For example, let's give them. You can give any class name, class name, class name, and class name. Awesome, great. So now all these have a class name. So how will I select with a class name? I think we saw it last time. If we have a class name, we'll access it with dot dice. Class name is written with dot, right? Can we use span instead of div? You can use span instead of div. So what will happen? Your message will appear in the same line of the no, this will change the line. So yeah, very perfect, not a problem. You can use that. But when you are decorating the things using CSS, things can differ, right? Yeah. Why are you not writing the JavaScript in the JS file? It's because that so that I can show you easily that I'm accessing this element, that element. So once I've written it here, then I'll separate it into different file, okay, and show you even that process. Now this button is there, okay, awesome. Sir, are we also get used to elements by class, right? I didn't get you. So we can, So there are a lot of options, elements by class, element by ID, element by tag name, element by name. So multiple options are there. We are going with query selector. I think video will not be deleted, Rachel. Why we use span? Okay. Okay, so what is the use of this span? Let's clear it out. There are a lot of problem. Is person okay? I'm coming to that. Person is not a variable; it's an object. Okay. Yup. Awesome, good. Okay, so span is just like your paragraph or any other tag. The only difference is span is an inline element, so it does not changes the line automatically, or it does not take the full width. Okay, that's the main advantage of span. So I have picked span over paragraph or any other tag. Can you tell me the difference more about query selector and query selector? Yes. Query selector, like if you use the term query selector, what it will do? It will, like, of course, there will be lot of elements with input. But now let's see. It will just have the first element. Cruto is our first element, right? It will only access the first element. If you use query selector all, it will access all the elements. So, all the elements. Right? That's the difference. Great. Okay, guys. Now let's go to the next thing. What do I want to access it more? So span thing, I want to access it, right? So let's access it. Let's call that result because we'll show the results there. Query selector, span. Perfect. What is the next thing you want to access it? This all I think has this, but this specific button, no? End game button, no? So let's call this end game button, end button, something, some good name. So document dot query selector, and let's give it a like what is it? This is like what ID, no? So we'll use the has symbol, has end game GM. Perfect. And then let's access our win message, because this is a place where we'll display our message. Win message equals to document dot query selector. What will be the name? The name will be win message. No, so has win message. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So, sir, what is the use of ID in the div tag? Okay. So like currently you can use it without an ID also, but ID we generally use to identify an element. Okay. Like you could have written div here also, but I have given it an ID so you can identify by ID. So if there are multiple div, so you can identify that particular div. Okay. ID is very specific to an element, so you can uniquely identify that element. Why don't we write var or let before assigning a variable word point? Okay, so we'll not use var because var has got a little outdated. We'll use let. Very good suggestion. Person, button. Why do I make spelling mistake in the name of button? Results and button and win message. Perfect. What is different in class and ID? ID can be unique to element, is always unique. Like your college ID is always unique to you. Class can be like, what do you say? Like what do you say? Class, no? Class can be like different elements can have same class. Just imagine like a lot of people can be in the first years. Okay. Like here also you can saw in the buttons, lot of buttons have the same class. ID is always unique to element. Two persons cannot have same ID, but many elements can have same buttons. Sorry. Okay, now, okay. Why are we using query selector instead of get element by class? The reason, not any specific reason, the only reason is because query selector is more powerful, though it's a little slow. I can understand. Batch, I did not get you, Yogita. Why are we not using console.log? Because we are coming to that. Variable name says, is it fixed? I did not get you. Why using query selector instead of get? Same reason. So can I write document instead of get? You can use a number of things, but yeah, currently we are going with this. Okay. I mean to say query selector. Aurora, it will not generate you error, but you should not use it. HTML never gives error, right? Okay. So now let's go to the next. Okay, guys. So before we proceed, I want to show you something. Have you seen out our new website which has been live? LetsUpgrade.in. Has been live a few days ago, the new website. Okay. Okay, it's popping up. Okay. The new website. Awesome. So we have a lot of courses, guys. Like our courses are based on, what do you say, like full stack development, completely like the industry, like the way you need to work in the company. Okay. Step number 1, full stack development. Step number 2, complete Python and Django. Number 3, complete machine learning and AI. Step number 4, what do you say? I mean to say number of courses. I generally take full stack development, but we have a lot of courses. Python, full stack developments. Okay, these are like a free courses on YouTube that you are currently studying. These are like the 6-month programs. Okay, that is done by Zoom live to live classes. Okay, so you will have 1-to-1 doubt sessions plus Zoom sessions, 5 days in a week, like 2 hours each day. Okay, in which will be like even the recordings will be provided after class. Each and everything will be there. Okay, and the good part of these courses fees is around, I guess, 29,000. But if you use my coupon code, which is Abhishek, you can see my name in the YouTube thing, right? Abhishek. So use Abhishek in capital letters, just the first name Abhishek. Okay, then you will get a discount of 4,000 on each and every course. Okay, that's all about this course, guys. Okay, yep, awesome. Great, guys. So let's come back, sir. This website is owned by you. No, this website. I am a mentor here. Like I'm teaching here. Okay, the complete full stack course for 6 months. Where at the end of the 6 month, you'll be getting help in placement from our side. Okay, so I'm like a mentor. Like I'm teaching you. This website belongs to LetsUpgrade. Ah, yeah, but like I really researched on it, and this was the best one. I liked it. Okay, awesome. So let's continue. Step number one: identify clicks. Okay, like now there are a lot of screen not clear. Increase your like what do you say? Just curious to know where is the site hosted. Any reason approved? Like try to hack the website by knowing the limitations of the hosting company. Is that your aim? Okay. Okay, guys. Let's continue. Identify clicks. What do you mean by identify clicks? Like I want to now figure it out. Now I want to figure out who will click. Like if the roll the dice is done, like someone will roll the dice, right? How will I know which button has been clicked? Step number one is like, okay, first to know that a button is clicked, then we'll try to know which button has been clicked. Okay. So all the button I can access it here, right? Okay, awesome. Let's use a loop to access all the buttons for P of button. Why? Because button is an array, right? Okay. What is the difference between let and where? So let's not go very deep into it. Two major differences that I'll tell you. Like where just follows a function scope. Let's follows all the scopes. Where has gone a little outdated, to be honest. Never use where. If you see a code where is written, it's maybe because that like that code is from earlier. Okay. Currently, always use let. For of loop is only for array. No, it's also for strings. Okay. It's also for Abhishek is the correct spelling. No, no. ABHI. You have missed a, like see my spelling. ABHISHEK. Okay. Right. Okay. So for TO button, let's try to print it. Print something. Someone was interested in console.log. Console.log. If I have missed any of your chat, do message me again. Maybe like because of number of chat, I may have missed it. Okay. So let's suppose I want to print what is printed on, like I want to display what is printed on the button. So we know about inner text, right? Roll the dice. So now you can say 5 times roll the dice. This 5 means roll the dice printed, got printed 5 times, right? Awesome. So this is what I was trying to show you, that I can access each and every buttons. Okay. Awesome. Button is an array. Could you explain it how? Yup. Let's print a button here. What are you getting? So button 0. Similarly, button 1, button 2, button 3. So it's giving you an array in return. When you have multiple elements, no. So you are using query selector also. Query selector all, whether it's a single element or multiple elements, will always give you the answer in form of an array. First element, second element, third, fourth, and fifth. Right? You can see the symbol of array. One second. This is wrong. 1 second, guys. Where is my today I updated a laptop now, so I don't remember the name of extension basically. 1 second, guys. 1 2 3 1 2 3. No. Yep, presentify. This helps me to write on the screen. Okay. Okay. So you can note this. It's an array, right? Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Poor. What is the difference between a node list and an element? Okay, great. Okay, let me show you with an example proper. Okay. But first, okay, now let's do one thing. Let's pause for a minute for a doubt. Okay. Let me complete this part. Then let's did not understood the result line. Okay, let me give me few minutes. Okay, let me complete this part, click part. Okay, then we'll come back again with the doubts. Okay, else we'll not be able to complete, right? Okay. Step number 1. So now what I want to do, the same thing, t dot add event listener, like we did in the last class. Add event listener. Okay, so basically what is this doing? Or when any button is clicked, that add event listener will get activated. It will listen to the click on the button. Once a button is clicked, it will call some function. Let's call this function is roll dice. Okay, this is a function that it will call. Okay, then let me implement the function roll dice. Keep your doubts for a moment, and then let's discuss it together. Okay. So roll dice. So what will this roll dice do when a particular button is basically clicked? Okay, I'll do something like I want to print something here. So currently I'll just print a message console.log button is clicked. So you can know button is clicked. Okay, awesome. It's some error. T.add event listener is not a function. Add event listener. Okay, awesome, great. So now let's see. If I click on any other button, you can say button is clicked. If I click on a button, button is clicked. This is 2, right? 3 times button is clicked, 4 times button is clicked, 5 times button is clicked. So whenever I'm clicking on any other button, it is basically understanding that the button is getting clicked. Okay, awesome. Let's discuss it out first. Now, this thing is done. Now we'll add more things. Okay. Okay, so node list is basically like it will collect you a number of elements. Okay, element is like a single element. Okay, awesome. I did not get the for loop. Its syntax is too different. No, it's basically the same syntax. The only thing is, I mean, not exactly same syntax. This is a normal way we write a loop. For I is equals to 0, then you will be writing I is less than button dot length, right? Sorry, what happened to my dot? Button dot length I plus plus. And I is equals to I plus 1. Perfect. I think all of you are comfortable with that syntax. Then let's go with that one. Okay, we don't have a problem. Let's go with button I dot. Let's copy it. Okay. Both these syntax are allowed in JavaScript. Okay. Event handler also in brief. Okay. So let's understand add event is like this. So what add event listener? Add event, you can imagine add event like a person, okay, who is capable enough to listen all the like what is it, events that is occurring on the website, any kind of event that happens, whether a click of a button or something, anything like even when you like what is it, press something in your laptop, something will happen on the website. So any changes on the website, it will basically detect. So when I basically write button 0 or button 1 dot add event listener, it means this button 0 is pointing to a first element, right? This particular button, right? So whenever there is any event on this button, this add event listener will note it. And the problem is there are a lot of events, so you have to basically tell the add event listener which event it should hear to. So you told click, that means whenever there is a click event on this particular button, add event listener will get activated and will call roll dice. So whenever there is a click, roll dice is basically called, which is not doing nothing but just printing button is clicked. Right? Like when I click on this, what happened to my click? Okay, sorry, something happened. 1 second. Button spelling is correct, right? Dot add event listener, click, roll dice. Something expression undefined. Something happened. 1 second. Let me have a look. Everything is an event. Even a key press is an event. key up, down, key down, everything is an event. No, it's the same thing. I plus plus or I equal to I plus 1. Spelling is like I just want to verify the spelling. No? Sometimes that is also a mistake. Okay, that is a problem. Okay, for I is equal to 0, I is less than button dot length. Awesome. I is equals to I plus 1. So button I, that means button 0 dot add event listener. This will do the click. Once the click is done, this will call the roll dice. Awesome. So let me remove this part. Same thing, no? I equal to I plus 1 is same as no I plus plus. In for loop. What do you mean? I didn't get you. Okay. Okay, great. So, one second, there is some issue going on. Let me see. No, not necessary. Not at all. Click, everything is correct. Awesome. One second. Let me reload it. There's some issue going on. Button. Let me write button here. Wait, let me close it and open it again. The website basically got hanged for a reason. Local website gets hanged sometimes. So command B, right click on it. Yep, that's the thing I'm trying to do. Basically open on my second screen. Let me bring it here on the first screen. Right click, inspect. Go to console. If you right button, things are working perfect, right? So if you'd like to see the loop that we have used for I is equal to 0, I is less than button dot length I plus plus, right? And then let's print simple like console dot log button. Just I'm printing the button, nothing else. Okay. Button what? Button I, right? Perfect. We got all the buttons. So things are very much perfect. Everything is working. Maybe there'll be some issue with that. What is it? I'm using that. I mean to say this live server. No? Maybe some issue with the live server. Command B. Okay, great. So what happened here? Close it. Let me bring it in the left side. I would like it to be on the left side. Now if you click here, you shall get button is clicked, right? Perfect. You got it. Button is clicked. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Now let's do the next thing. So now I just don't want to click the button. I basically want to do a dice roll. So how can I do a dice roll? So let's first see what are the options available in the dice game. We'll say one is available, so I'm putting it in the array because there are multiple options. I don't want to make 6 variables, right? So I have put all the options in the dice. So you will say dice options. Okay. Now I want to generate one of the options from them. How can we generate one of the options from them? You will say I have 6 possibilities. I want to get one possibility out of it. So we have a thing called mat.random. What does mat.random do? Mat.random will always give you a random number between 0 and 1. 1 is not included, but 0 is included, right? Okay. The problem is, so you'll say, what should I do with mat.random? So let's suppose, let's multiply mat.random with 6. Why 6? Because there are 6 elements here. You'll get number between 0 and 6 every time. But you are saying that I'm getting a decimal. So how can we convert decimal number to integer? There are a number of ways. One powerful way is use parseInt in JavaScript. Okay. Of course, this has other use also, but it can do this part also. So now you will get random number between 0 and 6. Perfect. Awesome. So this is what I'll do. Let's generate a random number. Parse int math.random, and math.random you will basically be going from, what do you say, 0 to 6. No, so because the dice option is 6. Okay, or just to be more specific, you can just directly find out the length of dice here. Dice.length. You know how to find out the length of array, right? So then math.flow, yes, you can use math.flow also. ParseInt is more powerful than math.flow because not only it can convert decimal number to integer, but even it can convert a string to, if you have a string, it can also convert it into integer. Okay, so there are a lot of provision for that. Okay, so you got a random index. So what will be the value? So you can say dice results. Dice results will be equal to what? This dice option is basically there, right? So you can, what happened? Nothing. So dice underscore options. Random. Okay, awesome. Okay, so is it clear? Now you will get any one random value from, what do you say, nice options. So any one random options from here, like this random will give you one index and you'll get that value particularly. Awesome, great. So now guys, what to do next? Now since the roll dice work is done, let's proceed ahead. Now somehow I have to identify which person has clicked on this particular dice. If you only know which person has clicked on the dice, okay, like the first person, then only you'll be able to update his result, no? Else you'll not be able to update his result, right? So just to identify what I'm doing, for every button, no, I'm including a ID, right? Okay, so this class is there. I'm also adding an ID to every button. ID, like let's suppose 1. Every button will have an ID so that I can uniquely identify that button. So it should be dice options.length. No, what did I wrote? Oh, thanks a lot. Dice options. Options. Perfect. Thank you. I wrote dice. ID1. Let's copy it. And let's paste it in other things. Button 2. Button 3. So this is button 2. This is button 3. So I can identify it. Okay. Now this is button 4. This is button 5. Okay, awesome. So we have 5 buttons. Okay. Awesome, guys. So this is great. So now it will be like, okay, so I have uniquely identified the button. So what to do? So whenever a certain button is clicked, so what will happen? Okay. So whenever a particular button is clicked, okay, so from the roll dice, what you can basically do, can I pass the parameter, like which particular button has been clicked? Let's suppose the first button has been clicked. So somehow I will be able to pass something from here. Let's pass button I dot id. Okay, or let me print it first here. There are a number of ways you can do it. Let me first print it here. Okay, so like let's do one thing. So let me do one thing. So let's write console.log. Whenever you press on the button, I basically want to get it ID. So button I dot ID. Perfect. Awesome. It'll be like, okay, click on this particular button, and their ID is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this particular ID is there because loop kind of thing is running, no? So it is displaying the ID of all the things. Okay. So now this is the ID that I want to access. So you can uniquely get the ID of each and every button, right? So now when a person clicks on a particular button, then I want to get the ID. There are a number of ways to do it. One, you can have a bracket kind of thing and pass it here, but that is a little complicated, so we'll not do it. I'll directly accept a parameter here. E. What does E event for? Like E is an event. So whenever something happens here, this will return your event, which particular event has occurred. Okay. So you are not interested in anything. You just want whenever an event occurs, awesome. So e.target will basically give you which event occurred on which other particular element. So whenever an event occurs on any of the particular element, awesome, then you just need to give an like ID. I want to get the ID of that particular element. So now when you click on it, you got 1, you got 2, you got 3, you got 4, you got 5. So now you're able to uniquely identify an element, right? Awesome. Great. So I don't want to print it. I just want to print user ID. Sir, can you give me a full list of all the functions? Okay. I may try to make it. Currently I don't have, but yes. But I don't have a chart prepared like that. Yes. But I can try it soon. What happened here? Okay. Great. Can you share the code? Yep. Yep. I'll upload it to GitHub and put it in the community. Okay. Awesome. So these things are done. So now what do you want to do? Now basically, let's do a simple task here. Like whenever a thing has been clicked, so we already have a result tag, right? You know, result in an array, the thing start from 0. Okay. Awesome. So in the array, the index starts from 0. So in the results tab, okay. So what will I basically do? It's results, no? Yes. Awesome. So whoever has played it, right? So user ID -1. Why did I do a -1? Because normal counting starts from 1. We started a counting from 1, but array counting starts from 0, right? I'll make it equals to whatever my dice result is. So dot inner text equals to the dice result. This line, okay, I'm coming there. Give me a minute. So when you click on it, you are getting 6. When you click on it, you are getting 4, 6, 6. So there are multiple winners, right? 6, 6, 6. So Kruto is the winner, Yogita is the winner, and Vijay is the winner, right? I am the loser, the least, but okay. Okay, now you have few questions. Okay, let's get to the question first. Okay, awesome. Dice option random. What is this? Dice option random. Okay, this dice option is an array, no? Okay, random will give you an index between 0 and 6. This line will give you any value between 0 and 6. Okay, so like dice option 0 will give you 1, dice option 1 will give you 2, dice option 2 will give you 3, like this. This is how array is accessed. So if you have never known about array, array is something like this. 10, 20, 30, like let's suppose 3 elements are there. So the index of this element is 0, the index of this element is 1, the index of this element is 2. Perfect. This is how you access an array. Any other doubts, any other confusions? Yes, no? How to use GitHub? I think we have the how to use GitHub video on our LetsUpgrade channel. You can just give it a search, you'll find it. Okay. GitHub, no? Okay. At UV, yeah. So now there I will give you one small assignment here. What assignments you basically need to do? So I have done it for one button. So now what you have to do, you have when you click on the second button, that basically this button, end button, I want you guys to find out, like see, now you have the result, right, of different persons. So now I just want you to find out who has won. Like here, Bizan Abhishek has won. So you need to display the message when you click on the end game button. Like who has won, okay? Could you tell me about user ID? Yes. This result is an array, right? It's accessing a lot of span element, right? Okay. So array like see what like let's suppose the first button is clicked. What will be the ID of the button? 1, right? So you want a result of the first person. So user ID -1 0 because array counting starts from 0, right? Like if you have few elements in an array 10, 20, 30. Where does array starts from? Starts from 0, then 1, then 2. Perfect. That is why I subtracted it by 1. So it can become index. Got a point? Like, do you have guys problem with, like, do you say loops, array and strings? If you have that problem, then we can cover that in the next class before continuing to next projects. That is the part where your problem lies, because many of you were quite interested in the project kind of thing. So we started with the project kind of assignment, project kind of thing, instead of directly teaching you the basics, what is array, what is string, and all those concepts. Okay, so your assignment will be find and display the winner when end button is clicked. I think you can do that, right? Awesome. So we'll continue from here from the next class, okay? And make sure you do this assignment. Awesome, guys. Okay, I put 0, 1. I did not get you. 0 to 1 is -1. Okay, see. So user ID will never be 0, no? Because see, what is this user ID? This user ID is basically this particular ID that we have given, no? ID1, ID2, ID3, ID4, right? Here I have started a counting from 1, okay? But in the array, the counting basically starts from 0. So 1 minus 1 will give you 0, right? So line number 47. Oh, yes. So whenever the certain events occur now, so it will give you the list, what all the events it has occurred. So basically event.target will basically give you on which element the event has occurred. Like, let's suppose I print here. Okay, here I'll print something like C console.log e.target. Console.log e.target.id. Okay, let's print these two things for every click. Let's see what happens. When I click on this, you are basically getting, like, this is the second one, no? So this button, you are basically getting it, right? Why did I not console.log e. So sorry. But let's suppose I click on this first one. So you got that button, first button, and the ID one. I click on the fifth button, you got the fifth button and his ID. Okay, so this is basically giving you the ID. Okay, e.target gives you the button, and this e.target.id gives you the ID. Okay, we have mentioned the ID now. So this ID counting starts from 1. But we, for the array, the counting starts from 0. That is why we have subtracted 1. Okay, so you want the loops and array need to be taught. So let's study loops and array in the next class. Okay. Okay, awesome. Okay, guys, so this is your assignments. I'm posting it. I'll post it in the community, okay? Directly assignments. No, this is a parameter. Now you can take any name, no? Your choice. Yeah, Purab, how can I clear the doubt after the class? Okay, I give you the answer. No? I think, after the YouTube class, I may not be available. I'll be having some other class. So I mean to say, I thought you were already enrolled in LetsUpgrade. So I thought you can connect with me and clear the doubts. Okay. Yes, next class is tomorrow, Ishan. Because I have put a ID from here. Every element has an ID. 1, 2. This is ID that I'm accessing. Okay. Okay, guys, that's all. Make sure before the end of this course, okay, make sure all the assignments are completed. Okay, guys, that's all. Bye bye. Oh, what happened to my video? Okay, guys, then see you later. Bye.